got one that can see.
Logic before authority.
Did you notice it got dark and then light and then dark again during the eclipse yesterday? I'm not in totality, so I'm not speaking of totality. And I'm also in an area where this is the weather from yesterday. There were no clouds, except for one little small cloud that came through one time. But as you can see, it's clear in my area, which is this area right here in the center of the map. It got dark on time like it should have. Not dark, but darker, and the ground looks weird. I'm sure y'all guys understand, those of you that aren't. Anyways, that's impossible. For what happened is impossible. It should not have happened. That's the point. Now, I want to show you a couple of things, but what I want y'all guys to do is I want you to put in the comments, if you notice this, I want you to estimate the amount of time in between the two periods when it was darkish, looking funny on the ground, and then how long it was before you noticed it went back darkish again. So let me know if you've seen it or noticed it, how long in between the times, and your location, at least your state, and maybe a town where you're at or close by, okay? So that we can see a little bit more and understand, or try to understand. Now, I already know this happened, and I already confirmed it with a number of people, and they seen it. Obviously, not everybody would have noticed it, because some people would have went back inside and they just went on with their day. But that's when it got dark again, or darkish for me, because I wasn't in totality. I'll show you what the eclipse basically looked like here. Okay. The covering came in, the veil came in, or whatever you want to call it, the moon. And as it came in right in here is where, of course, it got dark. Right around my time, which is just after 3 o'clock, which I was expecting. Okay. I'm on the East Coast in Eastern Daylight Time. And then I was doing a live show, which is on the Supernatural.Show channel, TheSupernatural.Show. And we continued on with the show, and I had guests on that were showing their cameras from across the country, and continued on with the show. And of course, it got completely light again. But then there was a point somewhere around late, getting close to 4 o'clock or slightly after, somewhere's in there, it got dark again. Now, again, I'm in clear skies. And I know all of you don't understand the dynamics of what's going on here. And I'm not going to say I understand it all, because we're talking about things that we really truly don't understand. But as we understand it, an eclipse taking place with the moon moving in front of the sun, this is impossible. It comes down and gets dark, and then that light starts coming back, and then you've got full brightness. It's only going to get dark down around this time period here, where the sun's in this closest to that it's going to get to darkness, which is about, the max is about 76%, right there. So it says 76%, okay? Or excuse me, 71%. And I don't understand what happened. And I observe things. I pay attention to things. I'm sure there'll be somebody on here that makes a comment and makes a donkey out of themselves. But the facts is this is impossible, what happened yesterday. And if I had just been the only one to notice it, that'd be one thing, but I wasn't. I did a quick video on TikTok last night, and I asked people if they noticed it. Okay. And I was referring to people that were not in totality. If you were in totality and had clear skies, because of course clouds could cause some variations in brightness and all that. So that kind of counts you out if you had clouds. But if you were in clear skies or very clear in general, did you notice it? Is the question. But I asked this question last night on TikTok, and I got, yes, I saw that. Right? And I got, yes, the angle of the eclipse changed by 45 degrees. That's very interesting. And then I got, yes, I noticed it as well in South Carolina, which is where I'm at. I noticed the turn of whatever was blocking the sun. Yeah, okay. And then I got this gentleman here. He says, yes, I was wondering if I was the only one that noticed this today. This is a younger man here. You can see his image. A younger man. And let's see here. Another one here, Kristen Lee said, I saw it. Going by Harley Davidson said, he said, yes. And this person, Hazel, said it did not get dark at all, but I don't know where that person's at. It has to get up like 2/3 of coverage before you're going to notice it getting dark, which it did here. So this question isn't going to apply for everyone that's probably going to see this video, because if you only got 10, 20, 30% of covering, then this ain't going to make any sense to you. But pay attention to the comments and see that people are saying, indeed, this happened. Okay. Another one here, going by B Smooth Chill on my TikTok channel. He says, exactly. How many suns are there? And we got another one here. This is Trenton Abbott in Pennsylvania. He said, did this in Pennsylvania. I saw a little bit of eclipse through the clouds on the second dark spell about 30 minutes apart. So 30 minutes apart. Now, he had some clouds there, he's saying. So there's an argument to be made when there's clouds moving through. But I was in clear sky. And I know there's a lot of you that were in clear sky. So that's who I really want to hear from, is people that were in clear sky. Here's Pamela. She said, I did also at one point for a while. The side that was exposed was shadowed and the covered side was brighter on the ground and sky almost light. So I'm not, she must have been doing voice to text on that one. But anyway, she's saying she did notice something. Be Yourself in Tampa said it went somewhat dim. That was it, though. I didn't see the half eclipse either. Okay, but he's in Florida. He didn't get a lot of very much coverage down there. Green Mile V said, yep. Macy said, I saw it. And Sister Pat 1 said, I saw it. And Rocky here says, yeah, I seen it. Now what? And that's a good question. But the first thing we have to do is pay attention and realize what happened, because there's something supernatural that took place. When I say supernatural, I'm referring to outside of normal, outside of what we all consider to be natural. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So, clear skies. A lot of you had clear skies over here and over here in like Illinois and all this clear area over here across the United States. A lot of Oklahoma, a lot of Texas, the northern part of Texas, a lot of in Iowa and in Indiana, even out in part of Denver, Colorado. Y'all guys, all the way up in Detroit area, y'all guys should have noticed this. And about half of North Carolina, y'all guys would have possibly seen this, and some up in Virginia and even along the coast going up. Like up in New York, this would have been possible to have been noticed up here. There's a little bit of cloud action going on, but did you notice it? Did you see it get dark twice? Put if you did or didn't, or you don't have to comment if you didn't. But if you did see it, say, yes, I seen it, and estimate how long in between the two periods it was. Go back to your memory and just do the best you can and put the location where you're at in your comment. I would greatly appreciate it. I am a watcher of things, and I think this is important. I don't know why yet, but I think this is important. All right. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe or go over to the Supernatural channel or the Supernatural.Show channel. And the website is TheSupernatural.Show. All right, guys. I love you. We'll talk to you again soon.
I've got one that can see.
Logic before authority.